welcome to my kitchen. My name is Eva, and today we're going to do another vegetarian dish. When I grew up in Greece, we had a lot of vegetables, and we used to have to use our imagination and do it different ways. Because 6 days a week we ate vegetables, then on Sunday we had a little bit of meat. So today I'm going to show you how we're going to do green beans with potatoes and crushed tomatoes and some onion. And in the summertime, when the beans are fresh and the tomatoes are ripe, it's the best time to make it. Today I bought the flat beans, okay? When you buy the flat beans, they are kind of flat and big, so I don't like to use it whole. So what I do is I cut the edges off, and then with my knife I cut it in the middle, okay? Cut it in the middle. Now I leave it whole like that. You don't like it, you can cut it in half, okay? So when I buy the narrow beans, sometimes I don't slit them in the middle, but these flat beans I slit them. So in order to make this dish, we need a cup, a medium onion, a cup of tomato juice or crushed tomatoes or fresh tomatoes. You take the skin off and you chop it up. And we need about 2 medium potatoes and some beans, depends how big your family is. Now I got my stove on high, I start on high. So I put about a half a cup of olive oil, okay? Well, I don't need to measure it because I can tell but if you need to measure it, measure about a half a cup, less than a half a cup. You don't want to use a lot of oil because it's fattening, but not little either, okay? So in here, we let it get warm, then we put our onion in, okay? And we saute a little bit, not very much, but a little bit. Okay. Then our beans in, okay? We put our beans in, we cover our pot, and we lower our heat, okay? To maybe a little bit less than medium heat, okay? And we let it cook with a steam. Now I got the beans on with the oil, and they're sauteing for about, I would say about 5 minutes, okay? So now we're going to put a pinch of pepper, okay? Pinch of pepper. The salt, about a tablespoon of salt, okay? And then we're going to add just one third of a cup of a glass of water, just a little bit. And then we cover it. I tell you why, because the beans, if we put the juice right away in, they're not going to cook. They're going to get very hard. So we have to let them cook a little bit by themselves and get a little bit softer, okay? For, I would say, we let them cook with their water like this for another 5 minutes. We have the beans cooking with a cover on for about 10 minutes now, okay? So we take the beans out, and within the 10 minutes that they have been cooking, I've been coming in and a couple of times I stir them, okay? So you stir them too. Now, the water I've put in, it's all gone, evaporated. So now I'm going to add maybe a half a cup of wine, okay? You put it in. Now, somebody asked me what kind of wine I use. The wine you like to drink, that's the wine you use. I use homemade wine because we make our own wine, okay? So we put the wine in, and the beans are soft, they're not cooked, but they're softened, okay? So now we add our potatoes. We add our potatoes. Then we add our cup of crushed tomatoes. Crushed tomatoes or juice, whatever you like, okay? Okay. And then that's it. We cover them. We turn the heat on low, okay? Low enough so they cook, okay? And we cook them till they're nice and soft, okay? I like my food, I don't like chewy, I like it nice and soft. So it should take about 20 minutes, okay? But I will come and test it, you know, like after 10 minutes, I'll come and look at it, stir it a little bit, and see how is it coming along and everything. When this food is cooked, it shouldn't have any juice at all. It should be left, you should have just the oil in order to become nice and tasty. It shouldn't have any water, it shouldn't have any juice in at all. When I serve it, I will show you what I mean. Last year I was in Greece, and I went on a little holiday, and there was this American lady. She had come to visit Greece, and apparently she knew people in the States that they were Americans. And all the 4 days that we were away, all she ate was beans and potatoes. And she says, "This is my food." She says, "I love green beans and potatoes. So I'm very sure you're going to enjoy it too." Our beans have been cooking for about half an hour. I think my beans today, they were a little bit too old, they weren't tender enough. So I had to cook them a little extra, okay? Now, when I explained to you before that I said there's no juice, you see how dry they are? They're just left with the oil, okay? And the potatoes have broken off, so it makes the beans a little bit more sweeter. So when you serve it, like if you serve it as a side dish, you just put a little bit, and then you put your meat on the side. But today I'm going to have it as a meal, okay? I have my bread, I have my cheese, I have a glass of wine. So I don't need anything else because, like I said, I'm used to this kind of food. This is a vegetarian food, and it's really good for you. See how dry they are? Now, while you're cooking your beans, taste them. Take one and taste them and see how tender they are. And when you think they're tender enough for you, then you stop it. If you think you want to cook a little bit more, you cook it a little bit more. Now I'm going to taste them. They're good. They're not really soft, but they're a little crunchy. That's the way I like them. And this is a really good meal. So, στην υγειά μας, καλή όρεξη. Until the next time, I'm Eva. I'm going to see you with another dish of vegetarian eggplant. Thank you.